Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is Zero from TechDragon.info, and today we're gonna take a look at Dragon Age Inquisition. It's a fairly new game. It came out about a month ago, give or take, and we're gonna take a look at it for this day, well, for this Mystery Monday, I guess. And first off, here we are at the new character creation. We have 4 races to pick from and 2 genders per race, obviously. So we can pick humans, which will start off with 1 extra skill point. We can pick elves, which will have a 25% range defense. Dwarves, which cannot be mages, so keep that in mind, and get a 25% bonus to magic defense. And a Kunari, which basically gets some extra melee defense, physical defense resistance, whatever you want to call it. So this is pretty well suited for a tank. So is a dwarf. You know, defenses, I guess all of these are technically suited for any class, really. With the exception of a dwarf cannot be a mage, so yeah, might not be the best pick if you want a mage. Other than that, it will affect your gameplay slightly, depending on what race you pick. You'll get some different dialogue options and some different slight stories, as in quests and storylines and that sort of stuff, but the big line won't change depending on what you pick. Now, I prefer to have an extra skill point because they're pretty useful, especially early on when you don't have a lot of skills, so I'm just gonna pick a human. Now, we have a rogue, which is your pretty much standard dual wielder. We have an archer. Do I need to explain? It's an archer. We have a warrior two-handed. You use axes, heavy armor, two-handed axes, that is, great swords. So yeah, you can also combine a smaller weapon with a shield. Now I'm not quite sure why, but there's also a weapon and shield in here, which is pretty much the same class as this one. You actually get both skills available to you, skill trees I should say. I'll show you that in a second. I'm not quite sure why that's the case. And we have a mage. So, well, let's just make a mage for now. So, we have a choice here between casual, normal, hard, or nightmare. Hard is already pretty difficult, I can tell you. It really is. Just one of the first bosses already took me like 4 attempts. It's pretty... this step from normal to hard is a pretty big step. Nightmare, I haven't tried yet. I'm not sure I want to. It sounds pretty bad. I mean, here you're impaled by 1 sword. Here your head is chopped off and you're impaled by, I don't know, 8 swords. Let's just go for hard. It doesn't really matter. Okay, that's fine. Nope. Confirm. I just want to show you the character creation here. So, here we are with the character customization. You have a bunch of standard heads you can pick from. Just go with this one. And, hold on. Don't double click it. That will make you actually selected. Hit customize. Sorry, my bad. And the first thing you need to do is go to makeup. I know. Trust me. Just trust me. Go to lip shine. Turn this off. Trust me on that one. I can show you what it does. You see the shine there? If you have this, and you're in a cutscene, your entire lip is going to look like this, completely white and over brightened and all that. I think it's a bug, I'm not sure. So turn the lip shine off. Other than that, let's just quickly go through some designs here. You can change your face shape into some odd shapes. You can actually customize that more later on. You can change skin tone from, pretty much white to black. Change your complexion, which is just facial features, as it were. Eye colors, you can see all kinds of colors. Hairstyles, I have to say they're not that great. Let's just quickly go through some of these, show you around. So there's a decent amount of them, but yeah, I'm not really a big fan of the way they look. Change your hair color, actually get some hair so you can see it. There we go. So yeah, you can have a pretty decent selection of hair color, including white. Beards. Hang on, I said beards. There we go. From stubble to mustaches to full-on beards. I have quite a selection and ranges of beards. like scruffy, fuzzy, or longer haired, or you have quite a decent selection of beards you can pick from. And then a range of voices.
How much is this going to cost me exactly?
Actually, there's 2 voices.
Everything you've heard, completely true.
So, not a lot of options there. Let's head back. You can change your ear size, as you can see here. You can just change the general shape of them in whatever shape you want. You can do the ear position same way. It's a sort of interesting way of doing this. Eyebrow. Eyebrow? Well, earlobe. Cheekbones. So you can pretty much customize your face pretty decently, I have to say. Initially it didn't look like there were that many options, but yeah, you can really... Forehead, one small, big one. So yeah, you got a lot you can do here. You can change the eyes, like eye shapes, you can eye size, position, rotations, inner iris color. You can even like say I want a red inside, which gives you pretty funky eyes. And you can color the outsides. Let's do it like this. Ooh, that's actually pretty cool. So yeah, you can really customize your character quite far. Your nose, mouth and jaw. We can do some tattoos and scars. Actually turn around a bit so you can see. Just quickly click through these things so you can just have an idea of what's out there for scars. Okay, let's just grab a scar. You can actually set the how intense it is from very to hardly visible. You can position it. As you can see, you can just move it around pretty much over most of his face. Not entirely, but pretty much over most of it. So now we have a tattoo. Just quickly click through those. And you basically have the same tattoo in like 5 different well, fates or tones or whatever you want to call it. Yeah, so you can pick like this, or you can make them lighter. So you have a lot of choices there, and you can change the color of it as well. So if you want them red, there we go. Then we get a design, and let's pick like that one, and then you have it in red. Actually, pretty well done. The tattoos, they really look properly done like tattoos and not just face paint. Let's go back. Well, we have makeup. So yeah, that's pretty much character customization. Now I'm going to jump into a game that I made just a little bit before, and we'll take a look at the game itself. And here we are with the game. This is my newly created character called Santa. Seasonal and all. And yeah, let's take a look around. So this is what the game looks like. I'm not going to show you too much of the game because it's a single player game, so story driven, and story's everything. But I've just done some things in it. Let's take a look at what I have for weaponry. Anything interesting? I have a shield. Let's see if this is any better. Yes, it is. Put that on Cassandra here. You can see it is a Cassandra. So you're working with a party system, and you basically get to go out with your party. As you can see here, Santa. Yep, that's Santa. You can take out your party, and every time you go to a map, you actually get to pick your party. So you get to decide who you want to take. So let's see, this is massively better. Let's equip that. Do we have any light armor? Yes, but I can't wear it yet. That's level 4. Do we have any heavy armor? Yes, we do. That's an upgrade. Do we have helmets? Just Canary trained. So we can't use this helmet. So let's actually head out to... Let's see, we have a quest over there in the war room. But we have a quest out there. Let's go to that one first. So, Dragon Age, what is it about? Well, you are the hero of the game, obviously. Look, there's a party member, so you can actually talk to him in town and stuff. So you're the hero of the story. Something happened to you. You're not quite sure yourself what happened. So, let's head out there and take a look. Open up the door. Somewhere in the back there. Oh, there's our marker. Oh, by the way, if you right click on the map, you can actually set a marker. You can see it visually. You can also trace it on your minimap, so it's a very handy thing to have. So this, by the way, I completely forgot to mention, is a warrior I made, and it's going to be a two-hander warrior, whatever you want to call it. I guess this is a good moment to actually take a look at the abilities. This is your abilities window. As you can see, we have 4 different trees we can pick from, and you're not bound to any of these. You can pick skills from any one of them. However, if we take a look at, let's grab this one, weapon and shield, you'll see with this skill, it says requires a shield. So getting that skill will be completely worthless for me because I don't have a shield, because I'm going for two-hander. So this is the two-hander tree, so you probably want to go down this line. And yeah, the rectangle, no, the whatever, diamond-shaped things, those are actually skills. The round ones are passives. And the small ones, these are upgrades to these skills. So you'll see with this one, you do 150% weapon damage, cost 10 stamina, and cost 5 stamina per second. And if you get the upgrade, you get 50% damage bonus, and you also get 15% guard from it. Guard I'll get to in a second. Over here, we have a Battle Master. Cunning Warrior controls the battlefield. It's basically a sort of buff type, buff debuff type. You have some a lot of passives in here, as you can see, not a lot of active skills. You have Warhorn, which blast puts fear into your enemies. Basically, it's area of effect fear for a short duration with an upgrade. And you also have a Horn of Valor, which increases your damage and your armor. And you can damage bonus upgrade it. So this is pretty much passive support kind of tree. Then you have this one, which is Vanguard. They basically have some passives as well as taunting and armor. Abilities like this one, return damage. This one increases your maximum guard. This one increases your armor bonus. And yeah, let me actually get out of there. So I'm probably gonna go down this tree and this tree for the most part, and later on you'll get another tree. So once you get to your marker, it will flash for a second, and that means you reached your destination. Over here we have iron. You definitely want to get that. Pretty much use your V a lot. V will pulse the map, as you will see in here. Oh, and there we go, it even pops up right now. As you can see, my minimap is pulsing right now. That means there's something near. You see this arrow here? That means we need to follow the arrow and just keep pulsing. It seems to be in here. Let's take a look. Okay, it's over here. Well, usually you'll learn to recognize like where it is, and you just stand next to it, pulse again, and sometimes you have to pulse a couple of times for it to show up. Check out all the houses all the time. Loot all the things. You don't get in trouble for looting people's houses even if they're home. If you look at your minimap, you'll see a little yellow dot appearing, and it will pulsate for a little bit. That's where things got detected. You can see here we have some elven roots. You're gonna need this for pots later on. And I'm gonna do some separate videos here on skill trees and skill builds and team builds and that sort of stuff, because you will need them later on. And you can mess around with it a lot. It's pretty cheap to reset your party skills. That's a good thing to know. Hey look, it's bunny looking thingies. They're called nugs. I have no idea why, and they're not really bunnies, but... Well, we taunted him, but... he's running away. Anyways, let's take a look at the map. Where are we actually going? Okay, that was it already. So, now we need to return that back in town. We have 2 vendors here, as you can see, merchants. Just take a look at the map now that we're looking at the map anyways. These are people you can talk to, little heads. That means you can actually have dialogue with them. It doesn't mean that you actually have dialogue with them, like anything interesting, but you can talk with them. Sometimes you can just ask, how are you doing, pretty much, and that's about it. And sometimes you'll get cutscenes and that sort of stuff. Yeah, I guess that was it for the map. You can go to your journal here, which is your quest log, basically. Over here you have collections, things you can collect. We have songs we can collect, 21 in total. You have your completed quests. So yeah, there's the minimap for you. Okay, let's head back to town and I'll meet you there. Actually, before we head to town, let's head over here. This is the crafting area. So, we can craft a weapon, and this is pretty much your interface. So we can craft a greatsword. Well, I can use a greatsword. This is your interface. I actually think I have one of these equipped already. not sure. Over here you can basically select a subset, so if you just want to see shields, just want to see runes, just one-handed, you can select them there. And over here you see a little icon above the hexagon here, and the icon basically shows you what it is. So let's click this. This means your main slot, so this will directly influence your damage. You can see it on the right hand side here. If we use blue vitriol, we'll get 78 DPS and 69 AoE damage. If you use Draken, you get the same thing, but the sword will look different. If we use iron, we get the same thing, but some of these will actually have different values. Now, none of these will at this point, but later on different materials will have different outputs here and have different effects. Let's just make iron. Now this slot is, as you can see, offense, and it will actually give you, if you look on the right hand side, different abilities based on which one you put in. So right now all we have is Onyx or Summerstone. I guess we'll go with that, doesn't matter. And then you can craft your item. I'm not going to right now, but that's how the crafting system works. And later on, take a look at armor as well. Works pretty much the same way. You get those slots, you fill them. Right now this one is a guard or defense slot, as you can see. So you can pick between maximum health, melee defense. Yeah, I would not recommend getting maximum health, by the way. It seems to be a pretty worthless stat for the most part. So that's how the crafting system works. Later on you get basically just more of these stacks and more of the slots. Let's take a look at one more thing. If we hover over an item here and we look at the bottom, there's a lot of information here. Primary slot, so that's what we are right now. As you can see, this icon means the primary slot. It's a low armor rating, so we're not getting a whole lot of armor out of it. And damage for a staff, and it's cold damage, so it's ice staff basically which you craft if you use it. If you use it in a utility slot, you get 1 strength. If you use it in an offense, you get that, and defense that. So let's go to a defense slot. So right now, defense 1% chance to stagger. If you look here, required 4. So if we hover over it, this one gives 1% melee defense. We need 4 of them, so it gives 4% defense. That's how this works. So the bigger these stacks, the bigger these stacks are, 7 material, 4 material, the more stats you get out of it for your bonus. So that's pretty much how the crafting works in very short. I'm not going to go in too much detail. I mean, you got to figure this shit out for yourself, right? Let's head over to our quest area real quick. So, when you're running around, you see a lot of these things loot. And just right click them and you open them up and you get stuff. And sometimes you get crafting stuff, sometimes you get weapons, sometimes you get runes. There's like all kinds of shit in there. There's one of our party mates, Solus, the elf. Let's go in here, because he wanted some stuff from us.
You're back.
Yep, we're back. Yep. So we can give him the notes.
I thought Master Tajan was working on something special.
Well, let's actually skip the dialogue here. Okay, goodbye. So, just, you know, I'm not going to show you everything in here. Oh, we leveled up. Great. Let's take a look. That means we got a skill point. Where are we going to stick it in? Well, for now, I think I'll go here. Yep, let's drag it over and get this one. So, let's actually get out of here. Now, if we hit this skill 3, actually, we can't in here, I guess. No, we can't in town. Okay. What this does is basically it will do a sort of shout and it will buff me up and armor me up, right? Now, what this does is it adds guard. You see these metal things on my health bar here, the top left corner? Those are guard. Basically, you can fill this up, the bar will be filled to the end, and every time you get hit, it will get taken off from this and then your HP. So that's the order of damage you'll take. So if we take a look in our attributes here, scroll down to defense, and we scroll down to guard, you'll see that I have 44 guard. Enemies must first damage the character's guard before they can damage your health. So basically I now have 44 extra health just because of that guard. And there's a lot of skills that will build on my guard. All three, at least these two, Warcry and Unbowed, will give me more guard. So what this does is you're basically creating an additional HP pool that they have to go through, because there's no healers in the game, no actual healers. There's a couple of healing skills here and there, and there's 1 or 2 characters that get a heal, but overall there's no actual healing skill. There's no healer, no dedicated healer in the game. So yeah, that's definitely something you're gonna have to get used to. So, let's see, world map, I do believe I have the hinterlands open, there we go. Yes, I want to go, and I now get to select my party. Well, I get to take 3 people, guess what, I have 3 people. And here we are. Just gonna show you a quick little bit of this, just so you can see some questing stuff. You see we have a requisition officer over here. Let's take a quick look. Right down this path, I'm guessing. Yep.
I've news, sir.
And this is kind of lame. She says she has news, you do report. Yep.
What is it?
You may want to look into this.
And that's it. You get a requisition offer thingamajiggy here, and you need to get these things. So, yeah, it's kind of lame. She doesn't actually tell you anything, or, you know, it's just, I have news, and then, what is it? And then, take a look at this, and that's the entire conversation. That happens on every single map. So, I'm a bit disappointed at that dialogue there. If you travel from, oh, I have skills. As you can see, they're all leveling up arrows there. Let's take a look at their skills, just because, to give you a little bit of base information. So at the top right here, you can switch to other people. We have Solus, which is a mage, and yeah, I would recommend. Nah, I'm gonna do this in a different video. I'm gonna do builds on him, but I would recommend the frost tree for him. But that's just me. But yeah, just apply. Yeah, like I said, I'll make a different video on that, why that's the case. Let's see, for Cassandra here, we want some... Let's see, she already has that. Yes, let's go with that. And let's get that. This is a damage reduction skill from the front, which is, you know, quite interesting to take less damage from the front. That's always a good thing. And this one makes it so you can't get flanked. Being flanked means damage from the back and there, and stuff like that. And flanking usually gives people a damage bonus. So if people flank you, they will actually do more damage to you. We have a quest up here. And there's Inquisition perks, which are bonus skill points you can spend in sort of a passive tree, as it were. I'll make a different video on those as well, because it's just... Yeah, I'm not gonna let you guys read this shit. Not right now. Well, go play this game for yourself if you want to see that. Let's see... Yeah, we have some Elven Roots here. And a Royal Elven Roots. That's nice. You need those for potion upgrading later on. Okay. So, one interesting thing about this game is you can actually play all the characters in your party. If I want to switch to Varric here, I can actually play as Varric. I can use his skills, and I can kill this stupid phone because it always goes off while recording. And yeah, as you can see here, we can completely play as him and fight as him. So it's very interesting to see here what you can do. And yeah, you can just, if I want to play as Cassandra here, I can. If I want to play as Solus here, I can. So yeah, you can do whatever you want. It's a really nice feature. Buff up everybody. That's a shield, by the way, that I just cast. So those are some of the things you can do in this game. Now, I'm not going to spoil too much, and I'm not going to show you too much, because, you know, the entire game is story driven, so the story is everything in this game, so that's why I'm not showing you much of the game, because any progression I'll make in the game is pretty much a spoiler. So yeah, that's why I'm just doing the mundane stuff. Your party will talk, like you just heard from time to time, and they'll banter as well. They'll be mashing each other, you know. Ooh, iron ore. And one thing that you need to learn in this game, if you don't already do that, is collect all the things. You'll be better off collecting everything that you can. And you'll just...
forces. They're trying to protect the refugees.
Ooh,
looks like I could use a hand.
Yikes. That's pretty cold. Well, let's help him out here real quick before we go, I guess. Smash him. There is some smashable terrain. There we go, and we just shattered him. Oh, no, he was still on fire. Oh, yeah, now he's dead. Let's loot his things while the team fights. If you hit F, by the way, you can loot, and if you hit F again, it will loot everything in there. There we go. So I need to kill 4 apostates. And the game has a lot of background information and stuff.
Doesn't look like they're listening.
So, yeah, they're not really listening to me at all. Smash their faces in. I mean, if they're not listening, you know. Come on, die. Die. Come on. Die. And do not step on those things. That's bad. Yep. That Mage teleported out. Where did he go? Back there. Yeah, those things are bad to step on. Smash him real quick. There we go.
Be ready. More coming our way.
Yeah, great. Well, I just want to loot here. If you pulse, you'll also see where the loot dropped. It's sometimes a bit hard to see though. There we go. Let's finish this dude off. So as you can see in the top left corner, I've mustered up some guard now, which means I can basically withstand. There you go. I took a hit there, and I took no actual health damage. It was all absorbed by the guard. That's the nice thing about it. So you can basically survive a lot more hits that way and just increase your health, as it were. Dude is pretty tough, by the way. Oh, and we shattered his face. That ought to hurt. Let's get some more guard burn going up there. Got him burning. Got him and both frosted and burning. That's pretty interesting. Come on. And smash. Hey! Oh, he's spazzing out. There we go. So that is Dragon Age Inquisition. Yes, you do get to fight dragons, and spoiler, there's not just one. Bum bum bum. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. Like I said, I will be whoa, look at those deflections. That's pretty awesome. Even deflects magical attacks. Anyways, I will be doing some more videos on Dragon Age, and if you guys really want a playthrough, then you need to post comments down below, and I might think about it, but only if enough people actually want it. Otherwise, I'm not even gonna bother. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. If you liked this video, give it a thumbs up. And if you want to see more, please subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one.